This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
Harvard's President Claudine Gay resigned yesterday under pressure for quite some time, and with clear, beyond allegations, clear examples of plagiarism. The black female president of Harvard resigned. A couple things that need to be said. First off, she's one of a number of college presidents who are resigning since October 7th. And I think what's clear since October 7th is that the hypocrisy of these college presidents when it comes to speech has been exposed. October 7th has exposed them. See, for years, the truth is, on college campuses, when it comes to free speech, for years, these universities, these colleges and universities have favored and protected certain groups when it comes to speech, certain favored groups. It's clear since October 7th that Jewish students had not been one of those favored, protected groups. The leftist dominated bias that these colleges and universities have had for years when it comes to speech has been exposed. Certain groups favored, certain groups protected. And I don't want to get into the groups, the politically correct, woke in the worst sense of the word woke groups, students of color, students, LGBTQ groups, go on down the line. The favored groups on the left and these colleges and universities have been ruled by a leftist ideology. They haven't had consistent, fair, equitable, free speech policies. You can shut down a conservative speaker on campus, but you can't shut down a person coming to speak about the genocide of Native Americans. Certain groups were favored. It became clear after October 7th that Jewish students were not a favored group. End of story. And that was exposed. The hypocrisy of these college presidents was exposed. And by the way, I'm not asking for Jewish students to be a favored, protected group on campus. I don't want there to be any favored, protected groups. I don't want transgender students to be protected. I don't want black students to be protected. I don't want Native American students to be protected. I don't want any group of students to be protected when it comes to speech on campuses. I want speech to bloom. Claudine Gay and the other college presidents went and testified in front of Congress a couple months back, and it was disaster. It was an absolute disaster because they couldn't respond to why it was okay to use speech on campus to threaten Jewish students. Because to them there was no problem. In their mindset, and these are women of the left, Jewish students are entitled students don't need protection. It's the underserved, the downtrodden, the victimized from the left students that need protection. So they couldn't answer basic questions about why they couldn't and wouldn't protect Jewish students. It was a disaster, but it was who they were. This has gone on for a long, long time. The right doesn't run college campuses. In the main, people on the right are not presidents of colleges and universities. Typically, presidents of colleges and universities are people of the left. And there's a leftist, it makes sense, right? Most college professors are of the left. Most students are of the left. It makes sense that the mindset on these colleges and universities are leftist dominated. Again, all October 7th exposed was their hypocrisy. If you are a black transgender student on a college campus, when it comes to speech, you are protected. You will not be harmed. You are a Jewish student on a college campus, when it comes to speech, fuck it. People can say whatever they want to say about you. It's that bias, that hypocrisy that was and has been exposed since October 7th on these college campuses. And again, the answer is not. Hopefully, the lesson learned by these colleges and universities as donors and alumni pull their money, and more college presidents will be forced to resign or be let go. Hopefully, the lesson they learn is not, oh my God, we got to protect our poor Jewish students from dangerous speech. No. Hopefully, the lesson they learn is we fucked up for a long, long time. When it came to speech, we weren't fair, we weren't balanced, we were biased, and we've got to end that. No student should be favored when it comes to speech. Free speech should reign on a college campus. Hopefully, that's the lesson these college presidents learn. And by the way, hopefully, all these advocates for Jewish students, hopefully the lesson they don't learn is, oh my God, we've got to protect Jewish students on college campuses. No, hopefully that's not what they think. Hopefully, and I understand that when it comes to speech, free speech, there's a very different concept of free speech in America than other countries, including Israel. But in America, on a college campus, you should be able to march and say, from the river to the sea, I think Israel should be annihilated. You should be free to say that, just like you should be free to say, turn Gaza into a parking lot. Israel should rule Gaza. You should be free to say that on a college campus as well. Quit protecting certain groups from free speech. That's what these colleges have done for years. And October 7th exposed their hypocrisy. I'm Joe Walsh. Thanks for listening. JoeWalshWhiteFlag@gmail.com. JoeWalshWhiteFlag@gmail.com. Hopefully your first week back is a good one. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.